Welcome to Crotoni Entertainment. I'm Chris.
And I'm Bree.
And this might be the only video till Friday. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Crotoni Entertainment's actually on vacation this week, and as you can see, I was painting multiple miniatures to get ready because I got colors on here that are not going to be on Polluticorn. But we're painting Polluticorn. So why are we doing villains 2 weeks in a row, Bree?
Because I wanted Polluticorn.
That's actually not the reason at all. We actually have the Dino Thunder team ready
that's
to come
right.
up.
Yeah.
It's because Kaya is basically like painting a ranger, and that'd be 3 weeks in a row of painting a ranger. So
Yeah.
I decided let's take a break and let's do Polluticorn. So we're starting with Apothecary White, and Apothecary White's going all over Polluticorn's wing feathers. Feathery wings. And then we're doing a quick dry brush of our Vallejo Dead White. You can use any white you want, but just a heavy dry brush on the wings because these are really kind of the only organic part of Polluticorn, judging by most of the reference photos I found for this guy.
Yeah.
To me, Polluticorn actually has almost a metallic twang to him.
Twang?
A twang.
Human tinge.
No, I mean a twang. So we're going to lean into that with some Runefang steel.
Okay. Yep. I'm just going to... Yep. Uh-huh.
And we're doing our... why would I say twinge?
Well, because it's twang is not right either. Twang.
So, wait, not right either implies that you know tinge is not right.
Well, like you can have a tinge of something.
You
can't have a twang of something.
You can have a twang of something.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
That's not... No.
Twang's a funnier word.
That's not... That, but it's not the right word.
You admitted that tinge is not the right word. It's not a hint. It's very, very blunt, kick you in the face.
So he's metallic.
Twang of it.
Well, that's not that word at all.
So anyway, we painted his entire body minus his glorious mane with the Runefang steel. It's a Citadel color, and we're going to use Citadel known oil. You can use any bright silver you want, any black wash that you want. We just happen to have the known oil, so that's what we're using here.
Yep.
We did not paint this on his weather things. I was going to say his weather things. His feather wings. We did not paint this on his feather wings. We're going on vacation. And we still got a lot of stuff to do to get ready. So
yeah.
This is
quick.
Yeah.
It's quick and dirty.
Yeah, so this is
just
like
worst, this paint job.
Worst comments ever there. Even
and Chris needs a red potion.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Happy accidents, everybody. Happy accidents. Anyway, we're doing known oil all over the silver on this guy because he's got a metallic twang to him.
No, he doesn't. No, it's it. I'm looking. You guys can't see this, but I'm looking up the definition of twang right
Today
now.
on Crotoni Entertainment, we're painting BoJack Horseman. I have nothing of value to say here. Why did I film so much of me watching a model? There's nothing of value to say. Oh, I was. We're trying to calm down. I'm talking to the people. The people are listening. They're enraptured.
I'm so sorry.
They're enraptured and twanged by me.
That's not what that one means either.
Twang is one of my favorite words. Remember that for later. It'll come up. Don't worry. I'm gonna make twang one of my favorite words. Anyway, tell me about why I'm right and why you're wrong.
No, because twang is both a noun and a verb. I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
A twang, noun definition, is a strong ringing sound, such as that made by the plucked string of a musical instrument or a released bowstring.
Yeah.
Verb, it make or cause to make a twang.
Yeah, metal makes a twang. Also, what's that? That says Bing.com. Guys, she's searching on Bing.
No, it's not.
This episode brought to you by Bing. Can't trust anything coming up on Bree's phone. It's from Google. It's from Bing.
It's not from Bing.
Microsoft. Telling Microsoft employees out there, I'm sorry that you're involved in a company that made Bing.
Even Bing is like, no, just go use Chrome. Go away.
I don't think I've ever used Bing. Remember Ask Jeeves?
I did use Ask Jeeves.
Remember Alta Vista? There were some weird search engines in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Oh, Alta Vista.
Alta Vista. I thought it could beat Googly.
It did. It did not, though.
I think Google should sell Halloween costumes and be like, by our Google eyes.
Oh, my God. It's apparently that night. It's that night. I'm sorry, friends.
They twang. Why did I film so much of that washing?
I don't know. You seem to be really engrossed.
Contrast, athematic blue. There's a little twang of blue.
No, that's not. It's a tinge.
On various
spots. You're looking for.
You're on Bing, guys. She's on Bing.
It's tinge. The word you're looking for is tinge.
So there's a lot of blue twang to Polluticorn.
Oh my God.
So in all the areas that are reference photo, we found kind of it was a drawn art reference photo that I used for this miniature.
Yeah. You're a prick.
And she's yawning now. Bing put her to sleep.
Oh my God.
So anyway, there's a lot of areas that have a blue twang to
It's
them.
not a twang.
So we are painting those with the Citadel Aethematic Blue. And this is going right over the silver because the silver is such a light color that it's going to allow the Aethematic Blue to shine over it in a twangy way. And just...
It's the worst.
Yeah, I know, right? What's going on with that? So anywhere you see the blue on the Polluticorn, let's go ahead and get that done. It acts very similar to having like a white or a light gray underneath, except it continues to hold that metallic Charlie Sheen to it. So, because this guy's got tiger blood, bro.
He doesn't. Don't put that on Polluticorn. He doesn't need that in his life.
So you know what's weird to me about Polluticorn? Apparently, in the Japanese Sentai, he was trying to clean up pollution.
Huh.
This is Captain Horse Planet.
Captain Horse Planet.
He looks like Carrie from Sex and the City.
No.
So we got our Citadel Iata yellow and our Citadel Nasdrag yellow. We're switching to this because the blue's not 100% dry, so we're going to go focus on the feathers. Yeah, he's got the same horse face. So Polluticorn has some yellow on his feet, and actually got yellow on a couple different parts of his body, and he's got yellow on his wings. And the simple concept of what we're doing here is you can do it two brushes. Two brushes would actually make it easier. You do the iodine yellow first, and you run that kind of up to the highest point you want to run it. And then once the iodine yellow is still on there and still wet, you're going to go ahead and dip a brush in the Nasdrag yellow, and you're going to do the Nasdrag yellow at the kind of the more extreme parts, the darker parts, the further away parts, and you're going to kind of pull that almost like you're doing our faux wet blend. You're going to pull that a little bit into the iodine yellow. So, like in this case, his claws there, as the dog tap dances in the background, the claws there would be darker yellow towards the, what is it, claws or talons on Polluticorn? What do you call it?
I would think those
Anyway,
are
so it'll be darker near the tip, and it'll be lighter further in. And we're using the exact same colors and technique on the feathers because we have the same thing going on. So you see we do the iodine, and then we bring in the Nasdrag and just do it kind of on the bottoms. So what it's going to do is it's going to create a little color variation in the same color with contrast paints.
Ooh.
Black Templar time. We're doing this. This is a super easy model to paint.
Yeah.
We're cheating like crazy. It is predominantly washes and contrast paints because we're the laziest painters.
No, don't put this on me.
You don't paint.
That's, yeah.
Last time you painted a miniature was like 7 or 8 weeks ago, and before that it was like 3 years.
It wasn't 3 years.
3 years.
It was not.
The time was just twanging away.
You're just making up words.
Get off Bing. Get off Bing.
Ah.
Oh no, the dog's collar fell off.
Wait, did you just take off?
I was petting her and she moved forward and I snagged the release on her collar. It's back on now.
That poor little girl is wandering around without her clothes on.
It's back on now.
Poor thing.
It doesn't cover. It's like Donald Duck's shirt. It doesn't cover anything. You perv.
So now what do we do?
Silicon Gray. Look at the thing. The guy who's painting is showing
I have my eyes closed.
This is my commission painter. I don't actually paint any of these.
I wish.
I film a guy.
We just bring a guy in to sit in our house and paint. That would be like the weirdest con ever. That would make no sense, especially considering like we get like no monies off of this.
I would pay Zombie Bob Ross to paint at our house.
I mean, that's different. That's Zombie Bob Ross.
So the Basilicanum Gray is going to go everywhere it's supposed to be gray. I mean, there's not much to say. Polluticorn is very reference photo heavy. Looking at the model and looking at photos of Polluticorn can seem very intimidating. And same thing, there's a lot of costumes from the Sentai that, for whatever reason, in slightly different lighting, look drastically different. Like, I was actually looking at stills from the show, and to me, they looked drastically different. So either there was a lighting inconsistency problem, or there were multiple costumes being used, which is not uncommon in production, or I was having a stroke, which is entirely possible. I binged the symptoms, but it didn't tell me anything useful.
I'm going to just karate chop you in the knee.
I said, hey, Bing, am I having a stroke? And they were like, you're looking for a 2-stroke boat motor? And I was like, no, not at all, Bing. And then it was like, you're searching for motor boat? And I'm like, I don't understand. Bing, what's the Rule 34 on that? Anyway.
God, why?
So pay attention to your reference photos and just kind of apply these colors where your reference photo kind of implies them to be. you'd be in good shape. So
or just make up whatever you want because he's a pretty metallic unicorn Pegasus, and go for
the
it.
Space Wolves Gray, we're doing with this kind of what we did with the Nazdrag Yellow, except the Ethermatic Blue is dry. But we're using the Space Wolves Gray almost to shade the Ethermatic Blue near the joints.
Near the joints?
And there's a yawn. Hey, Bing, what happens when you yawn?
Okay, you keep saying that.
Is that what you say? Do you say Bing? Do you Bing something? Because you Google something. Do you Bing something?
You
Ask Jeeves. Is Ask Jeeves still real? Look up Ask Jeeves.
I'm going to do that.
And then look up Ask Jeeves Rule 34.
Oh, God, no. That would be weird. That would get real weird.
So anyway, anywhere you want to add shading to the Ethermatic Blue, that's where your Space Wolves Gray is going to go, because we're doing the laziest, but really like the coolest Polluticorn paint job ever. I'm really happy with this model, actually. I dreaded Polluticorn for quite some time. And I'm like, well, I guess I got to do him. I keep putting off King Sphinx, too. I don't know why. He's one of my favorite villains. He keeps getting put off. But I really put off Polluticorn longer than I need to. What are you looking up? Ask Jeeves, or you're looking if you Bing something?
I'm looking up Ask Jeeves.
Okay. The Rule 34?
So, Ask Jeeves lasted until roughly 2005, when it was rebranded as Ask.com.
Wait, Ask Jeeves turned into Ask.com?
Mm-hmm.
Ask.com is still useless.
And it ended its foray into search engineering in 2010.
Well, that's proof. It is useless. Ask.com's not it. What is Ask.com used for? I know it's still out there, isn't it?
I mean, it's right here.
Sometimes when I Bing things, it leads me to Ask.com.
Apparently,
because you've never Binged anything. Nobody should Bing anything.
Nobody should Bing.
Bing should be used to be like, Bing, where can I find a decent search engine? By the way, don't Google, don't Bing that like how to commit suicide, because apparently it gives you instructions. That might have been an internet meme, but
good God,
allegedly. So anyway, we painted it. We're done. We painted up the base black, the outside of the base, the ember orange, like we always do. Polluticorn is wrapped up. This went down a dark road. Don't. We actually have a video where this is a suicide hotline phone number. Don't kill yourself. We had that happen in our group. It's very not cool. Don't Bing things. That's also very not cool. Friends don't let friends Bing.
I mean, that's legit.
We got to find Jeeves. He's out there somewhere. Maybe he's with Waldo. Anyway, like and subscribe for more content. Hit the bell button for notifications. We will see you next week after our vacation.
Bye!
Or possibly more episodes this week. Yay!